mira acá.
¡Esos pájaros me están comiendo!
Mira, un pez.
¡Un pato!
Un pato. Los patos llegaron.
Yo vi
De
primero.
nuevo.
Yo vi primero.
Ya sé. Se están comiendo. A ver, déjame tirar.
¡Wow!
¡Come, tortuga! ¡Come, tortuga!
Estoy en medio con el... Ya, fuera, papito.
Casi le doy en la cabeza. Casi le doy a un pato en la cabeza. Ya, mi turno.
No, mira, había tirado la...
¡Otra tortuga!
In front of my favorite restaurant in Miami, Blue Lagoon. It really is a good place. I recommend it highly. Es mi favorito restaurante en
Right.
Here I am, once again, except now I'm sitting in front of the house of Elian Gonzalez, the little Cuban boy right here, who was taken away and whisked in the middle of the night back to Cuba during the Clinton administration, with Janet Reno as our Attorney General. To me, this was a crime against this little boy. It was a crime against all Americans who allowed this to happen and said nothing. To allow this kid to go back to a totalitarian state, a dictatorship, where a murderer is head of the country, and nobody says anything about it. It's a shame. You can have all the embargoes you want, but this kid was taken away against his will from this very house. From this house where I'm sitting here. I'm fortunate enough to be able to sit here in front of the house. The police are gone, the SWAT teams are gone, all the government agencies are gone, and now what do we have? An empty house and nothing else. So, what's the point of all this? What's the point of all this? Why do we even talk about it? Why do we remember it? Because if this could happen here, if such a tragedy could happen here, it could happen anywhere. It could happen in the house next door. It could happen in the apartment house down the street. It could happen to us. Any one of us. Without due process, to be whisked away in the middle of the night at gunpoint. So just remember this, America. Remember this world. That this little kid here, I don't know if you can see that, I'll hold that up, was taken away at gunpoint in the middle of the night by the highest levels of this government. Not by some little volunteer police department or some volunteer fire department. This was taken away by the authorities at the highest federal level that we have in this country. And for us to think that we're going to spread democracy in countries like Iraq, Iran, and Middle Eastern countries that hate our guts is really, it's nonsense. So I suggest we all wake up and don't forget this. It didn't happen all that long ago, less than 5 years ago, but the public memory is short. It's really a shame. By the way, let me read some of what it says on this card here. Reward, attention, missing child. Last seen 4/22/2000 at 5:15 a.m. Being removed forcibly by a woman and masked gunmen in a white utility vehicle with tinted windows. Abduction may be related to a conspiracy between the Clinton administration and the only communist dictator in the hemisphere. Here it is. Oh, he doesn't look like this anymore, I'm sure. But this is what happened here. Please, America, don't forget it.